What's up everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Crusader States campaign. Now we ended last episode with a crushing defeat in the Lower Egypt region. We are now under attack on many fronts, however, we're still going to be fighting back. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this guy here, the Demel, and he's going to attempt to retake Damascus. Let's get into it. First battle against an incredibly good general. This could be interesting. Let's get into it. Now, we may have the larger force, but like I said, they have a good general, which means they will be able to, their morale will be a lot higher basically. So we're going to have to make sure we don't just charge all our men in. We're going to try and do things slightly tactically. Let's take a look at our deployment zones. So I'm thinking we get... First I actually want to change who's on the ladders. I'm very disappointed with the AI's chose it. Never chooses well, really. So get all these guys off the ladders. Might keep the men-at-arms on there, actually. They kind of make sense. But let's get these guys here. These... I'm not sure what they're called. Templar Sergeants, lovely. I've also got some heavily armoured spear militia. In terms of cavalry, we actually are an extremely strong force in terms of cavalry. 2 units of Knights of Jerusalem, as well as the elite St. Lazarus Knights. So I'm going to send 2 of my units, ladder crews. They're going to be here, with most of the other infantry. And they're going to start deployed here. However, our other units of the Templar Sergeants, they are going to be deployed round there. Because basically, I want to maybe draw a load of troops over here. Or just, you know, they can ignore me and I can go claim this gate. Which is exactly what I will do. So these attacks over here will be a bit of a diversion. It'll keep their troops pinned down on this side of the walls, while I bring over my massive cavalry force, and I'm going to begin to get them around the sides. So we're probably going to take significant casualties with the ladder troops. That's just how it works. What have they got in the walls? Let's take a look. We have some Nubian spearmen, as well as some Kurdish javelin men. Very strong. And I believe they do actually, it turns out they do have troops over here. But, from the looks of it, it is just Turkish javelin men and Khazemian mercenaries. Those guys are actually pretty strong, but I think we can easily take the gateways here. So we can allow our cavalry to flood into the city from behind. I want them to deploy about here. There we go. So they can start running to get to where they need to be, and we're beginning to raise some of our siege ladders. Which means it's now time to storm the walls. We're going to make the Kurdish javelin men use their melee attacks, since they're kind of a multi-role unit. They can draw their swords, they've got shields, so they'll be able to help storm the walls. These guys right here. So they're slowly beginning to pour down as we order them to charge the walls. Now here we've got our cavalry. Those green St. Lazarus Knights leading the charge, with the Knights of Jerusalem all preparing to rush that gate there. And it looks like we're getting a bridgehead here. Our men-at-arms with their swords are pretty good for the job. But, like I says, it's going to be tough. I'm not sure how it's going to go. An assault on the walls is never really the best option. It's always going to be extremely heavy in casualties. Okay, we do have our lovely Templar Sergeants on the walls. So we need to get them into the gatehouse to claim the walls of this city, and will order them to go attack the Turkish javelin men once they have gotten up onto the walls. So they should now begin charging that way. There we go. Off they go to clear those walls. Now, how's the siege assault going? It's very tough, it seems.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
However, we are taking a bridgehead, but my men are not happy. We need to get the general in there fast, because I believe there may be a rout pretty soon. Their morale, of course, is going to be very high. But from the looks of it, they've only got their general in the square. I think I might try a desperate cavalry charge. So in my men go, charging down that little ridge, making their way towards the gates. Now, I mean, the Kurdish javelin men are doing well. So are the spear militia, I think. My general, I'm trying to get him involved, because if my general's there, the morale will be higher. So he's going to arrive and he's going to rally the troops. He's basically telling them, keep on fighting. And here come the cavalry. They've breached the walls. And we're actually going to get the Templar sergeants in as well.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Because we can just leave these guys on the walls. Spearmen might be useful for killing their general. So we've changed our plans a bit there. And now it's time for our cavalry to charge their general. Now, like I said, the battle on the walls is extremely tough. It is bloody. We are losing many men. But it is pinning down the majority of their troops. And this is exactly what I wanted. Our cavalry is charging and it's going to engage with their bodyguards. So this could be an interesting combat here. Our Knights of Jerusalem with their axes against the Mamluk guards of the Egyptian nobles. We're hacking away in hand-to-hand combat. I think we've got the numbers. I would say that we do have the numbers. We need to. These guys have been ambushed here, these Templar sergeants. They are in trouble. And the Quasimian mercenaries are charging us from behind. Nice. That is not very ideal. Suboptimal. I'm still not sure how this battle over here is going to go. So I'm just going to kind of speed it up a bit. Like I said, it could go either way. Going to get the Templar sergeants involved.
They have lost half their men. Lord,
I want them over here.
We have lost half of our men.
And it looks like we're somehow beginning to win. We're chopping through their bodyguards.
Our men are winning the battle.
I think we might have this one here.
Smash the enemy.
The Templar sergeants wavering, yet they still charge.
Seigneur,
only a few left.
Seigneur,
the casualties have been atrocious. But our St. Lazarus Knights, with their Jerusalem counterparts, are about to slay the Egyptian general and hopefully claim command of this city. Okay. I don't know why we've still not won. These Nubian spearmen here, they need to be crushed. They're wavering, they're taking damage. Charge the Kurdish javelin men. All the troops, they need to get involved. We need to get in our archers. They're going to be invaluable as infantry. Our general and his cavalry friends, they're going to actually pull out for now. Prepare for a bit of a cavalry charge, since the enemy do have spear militias ready to defend the square. Now, all enemy troops that are left are basically in this square. So we're just going to kind of shoot them to death. Concentrated crossbow volleys should hopefully deal significant damage to their small group of remaining men. Now, I might not have fought this ideally, let's say, in terms of tactics, but I think I did fine, because I think we're going to end up taking the city. Here we go, all the crossbowmen getting ready to charge. We've got some Knights of Jerusalem over there. We're going to get our general in. He's going to charge these guys in the flanks. These guys are still shooting, doing their job. The captured and losses and routes are literally off the charts up there. My knights, St. Lazarus and Jerusalem, are going to pull back over there as we kind of run circles around them. I'm hoping that these spear militia take just so many casualties they stop fighting. More shots ploughing into the side of them, but they cannot surrender. They're in their square. There is nowhere for them to go. They will fight to the last man, but it will not be enough. Now, with only one unit left, their small force desperately tries to and kill us in any way they can, but we're going to begin to slaughter them. Our general is going to charge right through them, and there we go, a close victory. We've managed to win. The enemy have surrendered. We have retaken Damascus. Victory is ours. Now this will be a significant bonus, killing their enemy generally such a good one. I almost said king, he was very strong. We're going to occupy it normally, I think. I don't really want to sack it too much, since I don't think that would really be for the best. Oh, there we go, occupy. And it appears it is rather unhappy to have just marched in and occupied it, unsurprisingly. I can retrain some units, so I will, just to make sure they're all happy. And I'll build them a big market. Now, at the end of last episode, we did also begin unlocking gunpowder, which, yeah, I believe we are starting to build some gunsmiths. So those will be very useful. I'll be interested to see how they perform. However, that victory there might be our last for a while, because our borders are under threat. From the south, we've got, as you can see here, quite a large build-up of enemy forces, and we are under siege in this little town over here. We have a large garrison deployed over here. I'm not sure if we have enough troops to fend off this invasion right now, but we're going to begin trying to assemble whatever men we can into a small little force that can hopefully help take out some of the invaders. So we'll grab all of these stuff, they can join up, we'll grab some of the garrison, but only the good bits I think, don't need all of it. Join in, and I think the general. So we've got this little army here now, which is going to bring the battle to them, I hope. We can train some Knights Hospitalier, train a Great Cross. We can't train any infantry, which is an issue. Like, all our stores are underfunded. That's one of the things with these Crusader states. Their troop replenishment times is extremely low. They're far away, basically, from Europe. It's hard to get resources over here. But we've basically began to form a bit of a Middle Eastern kingdom here. An empire, even. We've got all of this area down here, all along the coast. So I'm pretty happy with how we're doing. Let's begin blockading some ports. And is that crusade still on? Yes. So I'm going to get this guy, actually. He's going to join the Holy Crusade. And I'm a bit confused, because usually there's some lovely mercenaries available. It doesn't seem like that's the case. So I don't know where those guys are. I'm going to end turn. Maybe eventually we'll get some friendly European crusading armies who can arrive to help us out. We will see.
An honneur, Seigneur.
I'm currently trying to find the English, because I would like to make a trade deal with them.
Très bien, Seigneur.
But it doesn't seem like that will happen. The French control all of the north coasts, so I'll have to go across the water to get them. I'm at war with Venice, yeah I am. I'm not sure why, not sure what I did to them, but I'm fine. All of the people that are at war with the Fatimids, by the way, those are the people who have joined the Crusade. So if you scroll down, well, let's just take a look at the Fatimids themselves, actually. They are at war with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 14 factions, 13 including the rebels. I feel almost bad for them, because when all those crusading armies appear on the doorstep of Cairo, maybe, just maybe, we won't have to worry about our southern border for long.
Scouting the area.
Now, it seems like this city over here is under-defended, so I might have to get a force over there. But at the moment, I'm happy, so I'm going to end turn. Our diplomat over there, he's going to try and find the Khazemian Empire, actually. I want to make some trade deals with them, and also the Mongols, if they have already taken that area. I kind of want to appease them. Here come the Sicilians. Oh my goodness, we're saved. A huge crusading army. Thank goodness. That is exactly what I needed. Beautiful. That is a sight for sore eyes. Oh, okay. Now let's see what the Turks and the Egyptians do. I believe the Turks are going to siege Adana. Yep, there we go. That's why I reinforced the garrison there. So we'll see if we can hold that. It'll be interesting. But I think I've got a good chance. They've also got a fleet round there. Good to know. An Egyptian diplomat heading north into the mountains and into the desert. Okay. Are they going to attack anything? Well, that's an army being built there. That's a bit scary. And more Egyptian forces. Oh my goodness. Our south is in danger. We've got 1, 2, 3 full armies, 3.5 full armies on our doorstep. I might abandon the Crusades, and I might have to begin being on the defensive in the south. I'm not going to try and take any cities in the south. Oh, talking of the Crusades, the Hungarians, they're going to help out as well. So I think instead of, trying desperately to put them on the offensive, that might be the wrong idea. I might have to try and just fall back a bit and defend sort of my border castles. The Golden Horde, aka the Mongols and the Khazemians, they've got a merchant over there. I thought that was a diplomat. It'd be nice if I was able to trade with him. We've got the rebels, and now it's back to us. A candidate for adoption. Yes. I'll take that. And we've got desertion. Why?
Ready and able.
Why are they deserting? I've abandoned the Crusades. They have deserted. Let's deploy our troops back into this city over here. Because I really don't want to have those huge enemy armies and have to fight them in the field. I'm just going to swap out units that I can
Splitting, joining
And now the
forces.
remaining troops are going to attempt to march
By
to
your will,
Kerak
Seigneur.
to bolster their garrison, which is in a bit of trouble.
Oui, Seigneur.
They will also get a general,
Seigneur.
as well as a few small bits of infantry, and they need to train whatever troops they can to brace for the oncoming storm. Train some Knights Hospitalier, Genoas during the Crusade, good for them. That's going to help us out.
Orders.
Get more of these knights down here. We're actually going to send them on a little of a battle to attack some rebels. Captain Thomas, with a few bits of spear militia. We'll deal with the rebels. We're going to quickly crush them with our cavalry. We don't want any rebels draining our income. So we're going to show them that we might be losing our larger military conflicts, only some of them, but we still are the most powerful kingdom in the Middle East. So they appear to have a unit of spear militia. We're going to split the forces, obviously, because they can't fight 2 units of cavalry at once, unless they actually chooses to use a skilltron, which is a possibility. I don't know, it's on very hard mode, so that is possible. Turn the brightness up a bit, be able to see. And here's the force there, the rebels. And it appears they're turning to face... I mean, I'm not sure which army they're turning to face, honestly. So I'm going to get them both here. We're going to get one of them behind. And let's see if they turn to face that. No. This AI is meant to be good. Let's charge them into the rear. We pull them back. And we charge them with those cavalry. A double attack. And then we've just killed this enemy general. Perfect. Just had to manoeuvre them a bit. We lost 5 men, but we killed the rebels. There we go. Just a quick little skirmish. Just to demonstrate our cavalry, really. Very nice. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, please do consider leaving a like. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And if you've really got something to say, advice, thoughts, anything, please do leave a comment. Man of the hour. We've just given ourselves a new general from that little battle. Brilliant. He needs to go up to Aleppo, which is also on our borders. It needs to be defended. And I don't think this city will last. There are lots of troops on its borders that are looking pretty scary. And while they're, you know, forging massive empires, all we can really do is go do a bit of petty Bort blockading around Mecca. Okay, we do have a lot of money. I'm going to try and figure out how I can use this. Because like I said, our troop replenishment rates are at an all-time low. Okay, Jerusalem, we'll get more of them. We've gone from our elite units. We're no longer really being able to get those. It'll be 6 turns until we can get more foot knights of Jerusalem. Now, why are they taking so long? Is it population growth? That's probably what it is. Let me try building some farms and things which will increase our growth. Because I think one of the reasons we're getting such low replenishment rates is we have not enough citizens, and it takes a while to gain new citizens. So if I build lots of farms and fields, that should mean we begin to get more growth. More growth, more replenishment rates. And that means more soldiers, which is exactly what I need. But for now, we're going to have to use mercenaries and whatever rabble we can train, random Turkish horse archers that have agreed to join with us. That's what we'll be using for now. So I'm gonna keep our stores of money like this.
Seigneur.
He's going to grab a few mercenaries for now, actually. this little general over here.
Oui, Seigneur.
And he still can't join the Crusades. That's a shame.
Orders?
Can he do it now? No. He needs one more unit. And then we can charge him off for Cairo.
Joining forces, Seigneur.
And there we go, we can get a few religious fanatics and pilgrims.
Ready and able.
And they're gonna go march for Cairo. Imagine these guys actually managed to take the city. That'd be hilarious. Tortosa built a drill square. Oh my goodness, we can get units in Tortosa. Absolutely brilliant. That is going to reinforce our northern border massively. Okay. I'm actually currently happy how things are going. We kind of turned things around a bit there. That little crusading army, he's just going to pick up whatever random troops we train, maybe in Tortosa, maybe in other regions. They're going to hopefully try to help us out. Now this big Sicilian army here, the crusading armies have such long movement ranges. If that besieges Cairo, the Hungarian one also does that. I might besiege it as well, and basically charge my cavalry into the square while they're not looking, and I get to claim the city. I'm going to basically make them do all the hard work. And oh, I did not see this coming. Damascus is under siege by a huge Turkish force. This is worrying news. Not sure how we're going to be able to fight this at the moment. What can we really do? Not much, I think. Try and kill as many of them as we can, burning oil, spearmen around the gates. And like I said, that's why I reinforced our southern borders. Because they're continuing to attack us relentlessly here. I think we'll hold that city. Oh, those guys have bypassed us, which is brilliant news. But our south, the Egyptians are just... they've got so many men. It's terrifying. And it looks like they're also trying to surround that Crusader army with whatever their men they can get. Now, I do think, though, that I might be able to attack the armies that are around the outside of Cairo. Oh, the Hungarian crusading troops. They are coming in and sitting there. Are they attacking? If I get my troops deployed in the right place, we could draw out the garrison of Cairo. We'd have 3 full crusading armies reinforcing us. We could complete the crusade here and now. That would be a huge blow to the Egyptian morale. Be absolutely lovely. Oh, they've got a Quasimian merchant over there, stealing all our goods. There's some rebels, and there we go. I'm happy. 2 under siege. Talk of desertion. Oh my goodness, since these guys were in the Crusades and have now left, they will desert next turn if they are not returned to a crusading army. Oh. Well, that's a bit annoying. How do I sort that out?
Ready and able.
Got to think here. What is the troops that are besieging us? How good is it? I'm not sure.
Ready and able.
There's one option. Get this army here and go and attack that army.
Glory to mon roi. We attack.
Which that puts disadvantage, okay. I'm trying to figure out how we win here.
Wishes you dead. Moving to engage the enemy.
That will work. Somehow I've ticked command this army in battle and allow it to be commanded by AI. Interesting. So basically what I've done is I'm going to sally forth. My reinforcements will hopefully come in to aid us, because I don't want to lose all of these troops because I took them out of the Crusades. So these guys, they're going to come back out if they win this battle, join a large crusading army, and hopefully help take Cairo. We are going to need to save this one here, because this is a bit of a risky move. This is going to probably be our last battle of this episode, and our biggest one yet. Let's get into it.
Stand honorably, men! Take up arms and march to battle!
This is going to be big.
Units, await my orders.
I'm confused. We've got a little... the top right corner here. I think that's our reinforcing troops. And it basically... I don't know, is he like some sort of special general? Is the mod not working? Not really sure. Now, we do actually have a pretty strong army here. And I'm thinking they might actually try to attack us in the end, because the AI will be like, okay, it's a battle, we have siege equipment, we want to take this city, it's like a high priority thing for the AI, so they might try and charge the gates. That's a possibility, actually. Now, if they do end up charging the gates, that means I win the battle. Not joking. They charge the gates, they have lost. Because, I mean, they just won't take it. They'll take horrific casualties just trying to get close. We'll slaughter them with archers and whatnot. We might have a way to get out of this here. So let's start deploying the men on the walls. We're going to get our general here, which is the small group of Knights Hospitalier that has risen up to help defend this city. That's our leader right there. We have a Great Cross, which is a banner unit. It's basically, well, a big cross. And it will inspire our men. The Great Cross can never rout. So it will fight to the last man, no matter what. And here are the last few units that are in the square. So, let's see. There's two ways this could go. We could be forced to sally forth, which would mean we might lose. There's a good possibility that we lose if we're forced to sally forth. But if they attack, well, things are good for us. But no, it does look like they are still deploying. So I think they're not going to attack our walls. Now, our reinforcements are delayed, yes, but it doesn't say that it's because my computer can't handle all the troops, which is a good thing. Now let's see. It appears that, like I feared, the enemy has decided to basically deploy. Now what this does mean is there's still another chance they might charge me if I bring my men out in front of the city. So that's our next plan, to hopefully try and not die. We're going to get all our men, and we're going to deploy them in a line along the front of our castle. Just like so. So they're going to run and do that. Now when that happens, It'll free up lots of space on the walls, actually, for archers and things to deploy. There we go, that's where I want them to deploy. Perfect. And then all the other stuff, archers, we're going to get them to deploy on the walls. Because if the enemy charge us, we can have men on the walls, and we can shoot them with our archers, all those troops, and they'll take higher casualties. Get them there. We'll get the Great Cross out, just to kind of bait them in, maybe. And we'll see. So all the men are starting to deploy. Levy archers, they need to deploy onto the walls. Any archers that don't deploy on the walls, that is bad news. And they need to be ordered to change what they're doing. Still trying to get men to deploy correctly. Levy archers, get onto the walls, guys. Come on. Deploy. You are needed. So as I begin preparing my troops, they're all charging out. These crossbow militia here, nope, another unit that needs to get onto the walls ASAP. Get up here, guys. You're doing no good down there. So they're going to run back. And still the enemy aren't charging us. I'm still trying to deploy. I'm still hoping that they might end up charging us, but it seems like that's not going to happen. I'm trying to think of ways to get them to charge us. Now, we could charge our cavalry, but that's our general, and we don't want him to die. Let's try charge the Great Cross. It appears it cannot get out. So basically, I'm going to get these men, and I'm going to force them to basically go on a bit of a kamikaze mission. They will probably end up dying, let's be honest. But they're going to charge out. And the thought is it'll bait the enemy in to charging them. We pull them back. And then they charge our defensive line. That is the hope, at least. We're being shot at by the catapults. What's their cavalry forces like? Arab cavalry, all of it. So no missile cavalry, no desert cavalry. That might be desert cavalry, yeah, that is. Okay. They're still refusing to get close. They're refusing to be baited into charging my men. Come on, guys. Charge me. I dare you. I dare you. There we go. I thought that was going to be a bit of a charge there, but it appears otherwise. They won't charge me. Come on. Attack me. Run me down. I want to try and bait their men in and get them to kill me. But it seems like they don't want to. Some of the archers on the walls need to begin shooting soon. But it seems like that's not happening. And oh, I think I might have done it. I have done it. Happy days. I've drawn the enemy in. Like the Normans at Hastings. A fake route. And hopefully they will now charge into a storm of arrows from the walls. They're going to run themselves into my stakes and spears, and some of them are shooting now at the desert cavalry. These guys are still trying to retreat back. They've done a great job I'm amazed at the fact they actually didn't rout at all during that. And now we're just inflicting casualties upon these guys. So, a few arrows coming in from the walls, killing the desert cavalrymen. And, no, have they decided to stop attacking again? Well, that's annoying. Let's see if my Great Cross can kill these guys. It appears they can. They actually are managing to fend off the enemy pretty well. Our defensive line's still holding. I'm still trying to get my men to position somewhat normally.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
But my plan has worked, and the enemy are charging me. So I want the archers to begin shooting. That is important. And we need to brace now. We need to brace against the walls. And we'll see if we can win. Syrian auxiliaries, not the best. Because we've got our back to the walls, it means we can't rout, yes. But it also means that we cannot get flanked. So it's kind of a every cloud is a silver lining, you know. We've broken their armed cavalry. Lovely. Trying to shoot at them from the walls here. I want all people that can use flaming arrows to do so.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
And my strategy is working. Now, the only thing I am worried about is these catapults, which appear to be actually doing a pretty good job. Now we've got their infantry beginning to charge, the Al-Haqqa infantry. Rather good, heavy stuff. And we've got the Foot Knights of Jerusalem. That will deal with them. Or that will deal with the Nubian spearmen over there, and we'll get some Templar sergeants to deal with that. These guys are going to flank on that side. We don't want to leave our gates too exposed, so we're going to make sure that unit stays there. And now we're beginning to inflict good casualties upon the Nubian spearmen, who look like they want to rout. And now these guys charge those Saracen militia over there. It's all kind of coming together here. It's going to be interesting to see how this one turns out. I am interested. I want to get my general out here. Want him to get involved. He's going to try and get involved with shooting those Arab infantrymen. Not shooting, killing them, charging them, running them down. There we go, they're wavering. Now we pull him back, because we don't want him to be in prolonged melee combat. That would be stupid. And now we try and charge them again. Come on.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, these guys, these Arab infantrymen, do not want to rout. They are fighting hard. Just charging, pulling back and charging again. And they're still having to face the rest of my men over there. So they're not too happy about that. We've got some of the men on the run. We've got some of them routing. We've got a mass rout. Mass rout on the right flanks. Mass flank on the right. Mass flank everywhere. We've done it. We've done it. We've defended the city. We have done it. We have somehow managed to sally forth, draw the enemy in to charge our defensive lines. Now these guys can rejoin the crusade. We won't lose an entire army's worth of men. This is honestly the most satisfying victory I've ever won. Not joking, because we gain so much from it. We gain, we keep being able to have our best settlements. We get these troops alive, and we get the satisfaction of a normal victory. We need to keep them on the run. Oh, and our reinforcements have chosen to arrive now.
Our men have captured the enemy general.
Brilliant.
Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Right, come on, guys. Let's mop up the rest of these men. And just trying to rout all their remaining
They
troops.
have lost half their men.
Our men are still focusing, they're kind of a bit wild. They're charging down whatever men they want. We've broken the cavalry. The only thing alive they still have is that trebuchet over there. And a few little bits of Arab infantry that we can rout. Turkopol cavalry over there.
If we continue
It's
like this, we will
arrived to
smash
help
the
our
enemy.
men.
Our cowardly foe runs.
Thank you,
We must
reinforcements.
push our
Finished off the last of the enemy. We have won a stunning victory there. I'm very, very, very happy with this one. I don't know how I did it, but I managed to hold that city in an offensive battle. Oh, there we go. Anything else I need to run down? No. We have won.
All of Christendom
Clear
will be awed
victory.
by our victory here today.
That is a good victory. Very happy with that one. And I think on that note, I am going to end the episode. We have won stunning victories, defended our borders, we're planning a fight back. We are in
Ready and able.
a decent
Ready
place.
and able.
Not amazing,
Yes.
but decent. Thank you for watching this episode of the Crusader States campaign. If you do enjoy, please do leave a like, leave a comment if you've got something to say, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next episodes.